not giving anybody advice. This is just for fun, right?
And it is fun. I agree, for fun.
All right. So we have today four companies. Three of them are upcoming with results from the FDA. So let's start with one of them. This is the first one.
Kiniksa.
So we're taking a look of a company that is called Kiniksa. They are gonna get an FDA results shortly. I mean, soon. And actually, this company is gonna get the results in this exact date, March 21st.
Ooh, right around the corner.
On the clinicaltrials.gov, they have some studies that finished already, and then they have two that are recruiting.
Okay.
So I am.
So what do they do? What kind of medication? What kind of, are they any specific things, or are they oncology or neurology or psychiatry company? What's their pipeline is?
So they have a recurring pericarditis. So that's from the heart, right? And then the giant cell.
So inflammatory condition, carditis, arthritis, and yeah. Okay, so
idiopathic urticaria, then pruritus, So the ones that they have, this one was completed, but they don't have yet results, but they have a lot of things in the pipeline. So let's take a look of this one that they completed.
It is very common. That's why they're telling you that you have to have, in addition to the pruritus, you have to have CIU, CIP, or LP, or LSC, which is like inflammatory condition. So they're hitting and targeting inflammatory condition mainly.
Okay, so this is the one. So this is the name of the drug. Oh, this is the one that they closed the study. The study was closed. So it's for this study, for this one. The PDUFA that they have is for a pericarditis condition. And the study was completed recently.
And that's stuck since January till now. It's been creeping up little by little. Started at 2016, and now it is like about 23, 24. It's not bad. So
that probably was because of the closing of the
study.
Yeah.
You don't find any spikes. There is no, big news or anything, but there is something driving the stock to go up. I don't know what.
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 studies.
But the drug itself is already approved for a different indication.
From the same company?
The same drug. I don't know if it's the same company, because you know how they reformulate things like KMP. Yeah. But it's supposed to be a treatment for recurrent pericarditis. There are approximately 40,000 U.S. patients. Current annual cost of the drug stands around $250,000, meaning a potential $3.5 billion market cap.
Wow, that's the reason.
Rilonacept. Yeah, Chris is surprised. Dr. Al, Chris continues to be surprised by the price of these drugs. Can you educate him, please?
$250K a year? That's ridiculous.
Can you educate him, please, on why this is nothing? This is nothing, actually.
$250K is something.
It's nothing. Tell Dr. Al, tell him.
There is like drugs. This is
capital.
No, but let me remember, the most expensive drug was produced by a company for a rare disease of the storage disease, which is like very rare disease, and like this, but it cost like $1.2 million a year.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
I'm not joking. $1.2 million.
Way too stingy for this.
Yeah, I would die.
I'm not joking, Chris. It costed like $1.2 million. It is in the one of the publication, and they're putting the cost $1.2 million.
So rilonacept has been awarded the following indications: orphan drug, breakthrough therapy. Phase 3 data was reported in June 2020. Pre-specified primary and secondary endpoints were met for efficacy. Rilonacept was first discovered by Regeneron, and it's approved under the name Arcalyst to treat cyroprin-associated periodic syndromes. Rilonacept would be the first FDA-approved treatment for recurrent pericarditis. On March 1st, REGN entered into a commercial supply agreement with knsa for rilonacept. So Regeneron entered into a commercial supply agreement just 10 days ago on March 1st.
Oh, there you go.
Also,
That's the reason for the
increasing.
increasing.
Yeah.
All right, let's
But
do
have
it.
to have something, you see? Have to have something, a reason for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because if there's no reason for me, that tends to draw me away. If there's just rising because it's rising, I mean, if you're looking at the previous patterns, you know, like on a large scale, because obviously here it's like for the whole year-ish, you know, when you're looking at the previous patterns, the highest highs is around a little bit over $28. So
33, the highest one.
33? I guess 'cause
33.
from what I'm seeing is 28, but that's probably because I can't. But anyways, yeah. So if that's the highest high, you know, that's kind of its high marker. But I mean, from what I can see from its last like resistance, it looks around $20, $27, $28. So I mean, because of its trending upwards and the good feedback that it's had, and then the possibility of the FDA approving.
Okay, so this is the other one, Fibrogen. So it has a PDUFA coming for anemia and chronic kidney disease.
The growth factor or the epitin type of erythropoietin type of medication, it's a big market. It's one of the biggest markets in medicine in general for nephrologists, which is the kidney doctors, or for oncologists, or for blood disease doctors.
Mhm.
It gets up to it's a huge market. So that's why even since the old days when Amgen made the Epogen and Procrit and Aranesp, there's still other company competing with them and trying to make other medication.
Fibrogen tumbles on earnings miss. This was 8 days ago. So this is what you're talking about, Ashley.
Yeah.
FDA meeting notice. Unusual last minute decision by the FDA will raise questions among investigators. They should buy the dip. Yeah. Leerink Partners analysts maintained a buy rating. So they missed earnings, basically.
Mm.
But there's another news where FDA requested additional meeting before reviewing the company's roxadustat. What this means is there will be a delay in the commercial launch of the drug. Clarification of data, never a good thing.
No.
And I honestly think since they're partnering with AstraZeneca, I think AstraZeneca is going to be kind of getting a little bit more heat recently because of what came out, what data they're seeing with their COVID injection. And I think they're going to probably get some unwanted attention, even though this has nothing to do with this. I just think that anything that can shadow off anything else is not necessarily good. So I would say bearish.
The NDA submission is supported by data from a phase 3 program that included 8,000 patients to aid in the completion of labeling discussions. AstraZeneca and Fibrogen have agreed to submit additional clarifying analysis to the FDA.
They will get the answer March 20.
Yeah, they made a new action date for March 20th, 2021.
Maybe
this news story was from December of 2020. So I guess this decision date was supposed to be earlier, but now from then it was delayed until March 20th. So between then and now, they've been submitting the data. This is Acura Biosciences, not to be confused with Pacific Biosciences, which I highly recommend. Let me look up this one. What's the symbol here?
PCRX.
Oh, they're looking really good.
Yeah, but they have now this PDUFA coming.
Post-surgical pain, and now it's pediatric patients post-operative pain management.
Oh, yeah.
This one looks better.
Yeah, I mean, and they've had a steady incline, like for a whole year practically.
I don't know if the approval's already priced in though. According to StockTwits, a lot of insiders cashed in their shares. The director just cashed in 3,000 options 2 days ago.
Oh wow.
Insider reports selling 3,000 shares of PCRX for a total of 197,000. He bought it at $13.98 and sold it at $65.88. So he could just be taking a little bit of risk off the table as he made a nice profit. I think it's more like this director, he doesn't know either. And he bought the stock at 13 and he got to sell it at 65 and he's like, why wait till I can cash. He probably has way more shares than that anyway, so I don't put too much into that. Yeah, I mean, what is the use for this?
Opioid for pediatric IV PCA, and the dose is based on the child's body weight. So, I mean, morphine's pretty strong. I'm wondering if this is a
better option.
A better option, yeah.
Are you bullish or bearish?
I'm neutral.
I don't know. I mean, I like the chart work. I mean, I like also that it's directed just for pediatrics. It's not. They're going to be utilizing, for instance, like morphine that's for also adults. So, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm bearish on the. I don't think there's the chart or the news that the insider selling and everything doesn't sound very good. And
the only reason why I'm not bearish is because it's already been approved in adults. I would be bullish if the pediatric was approved first and then the adult was pending. But
well, I mean, sometimes like with trading in general, like what'll happen is that when something's going to its peak, right? Especially if you're like a whale holder, which this guy obviously was, what they'll do is that they naturally suspect another dip before it continues up on its positive run, right? And so who knows, this could be a move for him to be able to take his profit, like Dan said, utilize that profit to buy in slightly lower and then continue the ride up. So
I know, but it's been consolidating since January. Actually, if you look at the chart, it have not been doing much since January. It's been here all the same. See, this is the lines for since January, and there is not going above 80.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're gonna play it between 60 between 75 and 80, 65 and 80. Buy and sell, buy and sell.
I feel neutral, considering the FDA rejects more than they accept.
ONPH.
ONPH just this is from Seeking Alpha. It's putting together it's trying to find its next CRO that it's going to use. 950% and more of short interest in the stock, which means that the upside potential could be practically unlimited as the short squeeze continues. So they're vetting CROs right now. They're taking RFPs and all this.
So this is the one I showed initially.
Yeah,
they
short
think
squeeze.
it could jump 800% on a short squeeze.